Ladies and gentlemen, the info for the next Arknights event is here. On the 3rd of December, we will get the Path of Life side story as our new event. It acts as the continuation of Stulta for an Avis. And yes, for the first time in Arknights history, we will witness how a gear look like. For some reason, this event isn't included as an intermezzo. I always wondered why. Anyway, let's see all the new stuff that we will get in this event. We will get 3 new operators in this update. And the 6th star is the long-awaited Ulpianus. A top-tier guard that can deal massive damage to the enemies, can be an absolute tank unit with the help of Gladiator, and has a unique teleportation S3. If you lack a strong ground unit, or play with the Abyssal Hunters team, you definitely don't want to miss this Bloodborne daddy. Well, we'll talk more about each operators in a different video. Now, let's see the Gacha 5 star. Her name is Lucilla, our newest Hexa supporter. Honestly, she's a weird debuffer. Her specialty is inflicting fragile to normal enemies. Most normal enemies are easy to kill, so this effect from her is just unnecessary. Although I can see the idea behind her. The normal enemies in this event can be very tough, thanks to the boss mechanic. But yeah, I think Shama or Pramonex are better choice in general. Then the free operator from this event, Underflow. A sentinel defender that has a mix of DPS, defense and slow ability. She also has some ability to inflict arts damage. New operators also come with new skins. There will be 4 new skins in this event. First, we have a skin for Melanite. And here are the Rerun skins. Okay, time to see the event mechanics and enemies. This event mechanic is pretty simple. Most stages will have this white roadblocks thingy. Unlike your normal roadblock, this either pre-placed or spawn when you defeat this enemy. Besides blocking a path like what normal roadblocks do, you can also deploy your ranged unit on top of it. Most stages also have this beacon that can only be charged by a high ground unit who stands beside it. Once it's fully charged, all operators inside its range will inflict burn elemental damage. Other than those two, I believe some stages also have gameplay mechanics from Stulta for an Avis. Now here are the enemies. Almost every enemy in this event are sea monsters. So it's a good place to use those who benefit from this type of enemies. Some enemies here can also inflict nervous impairment element damage. That will damage and stun your operators. So either bring a wandering medic to restore the elemental circle, or use therapist medic to counter the stun. The former is definitely preferable. Anyway, here's the first enemy. Now let's see the boss. From what I read, he's some sort of leader of the Church of the Deep, Miratimus. So, this guy acts like the boss from the Executor Altar event. He is unblockable, and you cannot attack him. The only way to drain his HP and defeat him is pretty much by defeating his sea monsters goons. But it won't be easy, because Miratimus will give them plenty of buff, heal, and do annoying effects like putting the sea monsters to sleep, to potentially overwhelm you. Not to mention he can also do that one effect to your operators. Clearing all of this event stages will give you 29 yellow rocks. And like always, farm event stages to get the currency, and buy items in the shop. These are the tier 3 materials that should have a higher drop rate in the event. As for new modules, Hunter Snipers will get their modules in this update. There's a module for Lucilla and Underflow. A module for Supreme Leader Amir, the Harm Assist version. And second module for Gladia, Penance, and Ifrit. Interestingly, Ifrit's second module is a Delta module. And the effect is quite fascinating. Because now her attacks will inflict burn element damage. And also inflict elemental damage to those under the burn burst effect. So yes, something like Ebonholes and Logos, but this time uses burn instead of necrosis. Moving on, one of the most surprising things in this update, that I didn't expect to come before Pepe's debut, is that the newbie banner will be updated, and is now filled with an absolute peak roster for newbie. Well, maybe some only shine after Elite 2, but overall a good investment. Additionally, the game will give you some freebies, including a free 6-star selector ticket. But you can only pick operators featured on the new newbie banner. Players who made their account before this update will get all of the freebies instantly via mail, while those who made their account after the update will get it through other methods. Next up, they will add new dialogues that will be played in certain times of the year, like New Year's Wish and anniversary celebrations.
ここで花火を見てもいい？ありがとう。こういう日を祝いたいとは思わないけれど、荒野にこだまする鐘の音を聞いていると、火の灯るこの夜をとてもありがたく感じるよ。
All of the operators with JP dub, and I believe CN as well, already have these new dialogues. But I can't say for sure with English and Korean dub. Speaking of English dub, all of the new operators will get their English CV. Same case for these three. There will be new operator records and paradox simulation. New furniture. Record restoration for Ebonholes event. And a new login event. That should be all. Adios.